are you?
Good. How are you?
Good. What's been going on?
I'm just been hanging out with my kids, traveling quite a bit actually this summer.
That's cool. Where'd you go?
We went to Chicago. My sister-in-law had a baby 2 months ago, and her other child just turned 2, so we were there for a birthday party / baby viewing.
Cool. How was it?
It was awesome. We had the best time. The girls are at a good age now where we could go and, sit on a patio and have a couple glasses of wine, and they would sit and color, and they enjoyed the city life. It's so different from where we live. So it was awesome. It was probably one of our best trips, actually.
Cool. That's awesome. So I know that we did, you went through your welcome letter, you sent me the about me questions, the 7-day quick start and all that stuff. What I really want to focus on this call is helping you find your deeper why, your deeper reason for doing this, because all of us, we want to do this because we want to help people, and we want to, earn money doing that, or we wouldn't become coaches. We would just offer our information for free. But it's really important that we find a deeper emotional reason for doing this, or when the going gets tough, it'll be really hard for us to keep going. And this business is really about just being consistent for, a decent amount of time, because it's not a get rich quick scheme. It's not you're not going to be an overnight success from day one. You're going to be able to get people to say yes, and you're going to help 1 million people, and you're going to earn $1 million. It takes being consistent over time. The only difference between someone that just started, their success, and mine is that I've been doing it longer. I'm no different than anybody else. So I know, you're a stay-at-home mom. So I know it's kind of not about the money for you, but it's more about what that can provide. So where do you see you taking this business? Where do you see this going for you?
I actually see myself taking it to the max. I'm motivated. I do have, family obligations where, my family has to come first, but I feel like I could just take it all the way. I see myself in that role of a leader, a major player in this business.
Okay. And what would being a leader and a major player mean to you? What would that look like for you?
Lots of money.
How much money?
How much money? Millions.
What do you want to make millions for?
That's a good question. It doesn't have to be millions. I do want that financial freedom where I'm not dependent on my husband. I guess it's more about that. I mean, my husband's a great guy, don't get me wrong. But I need to be fulfilled within myself and be able to earn my own money, and teach my girls the importance of that, to be independent, and that they don't need to rely on somebody else for financial reasons. And also, I do love this business, and I want my girls to see that you can do what you love and make money at it too.
Okay, those are awesome reasons. So you said, if you could sum up in one word what you want to accomplish with this business, what would that word be?
Freedom.
There you go. And that's why I do it, and that's why most people do it, because at the end of the day, I know that anybody can be successful in this business if they continue to do it long enough. And what it's going to do is create a life for you where you can have more freedom and flexibility. It's not about the money. It's about what that offers you. And it's freedom and flexibility to be able to spend your time doing the things that you want to do. Working from home 10 to 20 hours a week and earning a full-time 6-figure income, you pretty much have the freedom and flexibility to do whatever you want with the rest of your time. So you can do something you love, you can help a lot of people, you can also create a life of freedom for your family. So that's awesome. So what else if you knew that you could not fail, that failure was not an option, and you could work part-time from home doing Beachbody and earn a 6-figure income, what would you do with the money? What would be some things that you would do?
I love renovating my home. I love traveling.
What would be the first thing you would do on your home? What would you renovate?
Oh, we want to put a pizza room on the back of the house here. We love to cook. We love to eat. So we want a pizza room.
What would that pizza room look like?
Probably like an old world Italian kitchen, sort of, with the exposed wood and the old pizza oven. My husband's like, I always say, he's like a little old Italian lady in a man's body. So
be for your own personal use, or
yeah,
okay,
entertaining for sure.
Cool. What else? What else would you do? You said traveling. Where would you go?
Back to Italy.
Where would you go in Italy?
Start at Rome, and this time we'd head north. We've already done the south, so head north, Tuscany, wine tours, Florence, Venice.
What would you do while you're there?
Drink a lot of wine, eat a lot of food. What else do you do in Italy?
Yeah. Do you have a favorite place that you like to go there to eat?
Well, we've only done the south, and like Capri, Positano, the Amalfi Coast, all of it's amazing. You really don't have bad food in Italy.
Yeah, I've been there. I went for 10 days. It was awesome.
It's amazing, yeah.
Okay, so is there any other places you travel to?
Bucket list, have to do a South African safari.
Cool.
Yeah.
Have you ever been to South Africa?
Nope.
Would you, like, you want to see animals and stuff like that?
I want to do safari.
Would you bring your kids with you?
Absolutely.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
And would you want to bring someone along to help you with the kids?
Absolutely.
Okay. Bring a nanny or something?
We try to travel with, yes, a helper. That way we Jeff and I get our time too, and we're still having family time also.
Cool. So is there anything that you can't do right now in your current situation because you're limited by either time or money or both?
I guess because Jeff's, running his company, so he can't just pick up and travel to South Africa. So I guess we're limited by time.
Right. Because of his business. So if you knew that you could create anything that you wanted out of this, would that ever be a possibility for you to retire him from his job so that you could have more time as a family?
It would be a possibility that I would want that. It's not really a possibility that he would want that. He actually loves what he does, which is so amazing to me, so passionate about what he does. And I don't necessarily know he wants to retire from it. Yeah. But the option's great. To have an option that he wouldn't have to go to work every day, yeah, that would be amazing.
And would there be a way that he could, if maybe you were really successful, could he at least reduce his hours so he could have more freedom and flexibility to do more family time things?
Yeah, absolutely.
You could do that? Okay. So now what I usually do with people on this call is after we talk about that, you can get one of these at like Walgreens or CVS. It's a poster board. It's a little bit thicker. Here's mine. I haven't done it, but I'm going to do it for the next 6 months because I was doing mine on the computer, electronic, but I'm teaching people that they need to do it on paper. So I'm doing it on paper. I have all my goals written down. I just haven't created the vision yet. So create your vision and put it in front of you wherever your workstation is. So I'm going to hang mine on my wall right there so I see it every day. Travel, what you want to do with Beachbody, your goals, family, whatever it is, anything, write everything and anything down for your vision, going to Italy, find pictures that represent all those things to you. South African safari, find pictures that represents that to you. Anything else that you want to create. I don't remember what we talked about, reducing Jeff's hours at his business. What else? I forget what we talked about at first.
Just teaching the girls to be independent.
So there you go, like setting the example for your girls, and all those things need to go on your vision board, because at the end of the day, anybody can do this business and anybody can be successful. It's just a matter of time and finding the right people to be successful. So you need to believe in what you're doing, and you need to believe in it so much that you're going to create a great experience for the people that want to join you. So now you have your why, you have your vision for where you want to take this in your life, and you know that the possibilities are endless if you continue to do it long enough. So I want you to create tunnel vision. I want you to focus on one thing, finding your 5 best friends every month. So your 5 people that you're going to help become better. You're going to put your energy into them. You're going to put your energy and effort into helping them better their life. That's why I say it's not that they're going to really be your best friends, but at the end of it, they probably will, because you're going to be helping them better their life. So focus on finding your 5 best friends every month. That's going to put you at Success Club 10, which is when your job starts. Once they sign and get the challenge pack, that's when your job starts. It hasn't ended there. It started there. The better you are at giving them a great experience with you, the more likely they're going to be to have success, to talk about the fact that they love what they've done with you, and you're going to create either a referral network where they're going to want to refer people to you, or maybe they're going to want to become a coach themselves and they're going to want to build a business, which ultimately is going to help you earn a larger income and support more people. Because how many people would you like to help? 1 or 100?
100, obviously.
Okay. So if you try to go out next month and recruit 100 people, first of all, it's going to take you a ton of time to find those people, those 100 people to recruit. And you're going to have to spend even more time and energy to make sure that they get results, follow up, all those things. But it could be it's very much a lot easier for you to go out and recruit 10 people and have them have such a great experience with you that the following month you teach all of those 10 people to go out and recruit their 10 of their best friends. And then you're helping 100 people, but really you've only helped 10, and you've just taught those 10 how to help another 10. So that ultimately is how this business can be so leveraging the efforts of other people and duplicating how this business can grow so fast, and how you can really help a lot more people that way by duplication. So just keep that in mind, because at the end of the day, when you do that, when you create relationships with 10 people and you do a really good job and give them a great experience, and then you help them do that with 10 new people, you're creating an army of people that are going out there and changing everybody's lives together. And you're in a common vision, and you're in a common goal together as a community. So when you do that, there's a few ways that I'll find those 5 best friends, because it's about finding those 5 best friends. But how do you do that? Well, one, I will go to my hot market, or I'll have my new coaches go to their hot market. Hot market are people that you've known since you've been in diapers. Their mom, dad, sister, brother, best friend, cousin, aunt, uncle, grandma, grandpa, partner. And you simply say, I've been doing this I've been using this XYZ, whatever it is that you've been using, for such and such amount of time, and this is what it's done for me. These are the kind of results I've gotten. I loved it so much that I've decided that I want to help other people using the same things that I've used. And I'm looking for a few people that want to try it out for 30 days and be my first success story and give me a testimonial. Would you be willing to try it out for 30 days and be my first success story? And then, you probably get a couple people off your hot market. Maybe you have 12 people on your hot market list. You're not going to have a lot, because there's not a lot of people that know you that well, but maybe you'll find your first 2 people on that list. So secondly, I use Facebook. I am consistent in my posting. It's 3 vital behaviors: being proof the product works, personal development, and inviting. So I'm consistent in my posting. I post 3 times a day, 80% value, 20% promotions, because you want to provide value so that people come to your page and want to keep watching you and paying attention to what you're doing. And you'll find that people will be watching you, and the people that eventually come to you probably have been watching you for a while, even if they've never liked anything that you've posted. Another way on Facebook is I'll search local groups and find like local buy, sell, trade groups or mom groups or different groups that I can be affiliated with, and join groups, and then work on building relationships with people in those groups. So it's not just about going in there and plastering, hey, buy this from me. It's about going in there and asking questions and starting a conversation with someone. And then once you've kind of gone back and forth a few times and you see this person is interacting with you, then, you must have something in common. And then you can add them as a friend and you start a conversation with them. Simply, hey, I noticed we were talking in the group. I think we have some things in common. I'd love to get to know you better. Thanks for the ad. How are you? And you just simply get the conversation rolling. So those people aren't going to be people that are going to join your challenge group this month, probably. They're going to be people that maybe they're going to join 90 days down the road, but you're going to work on developing that relationship with them over time. That's ultimately going to lead to them joining your group. The better you are at focusing on the relationship first, product second, the more success you will have. So just go into it like you're making new friends. Don't even think about the sale. Don't even think about a challenge pack. So those are people that are probably going to be wanting a challenge pack maybe 90 days down the road. There's another thing you can do on Facebook. You can search Facebook, and you can search in the search box, friends of friends who travel, friends of friends who are a stay-at-home mom, friends of friends who have twins, friends of friends who are married, friends of friends who, I'm just making suggestions. And you search for people that are like you, friends of friends who surf. And then when you find those people, you look at their profiles, it's going to give you suggested friends. You kind of look at them and you're like, oh, is this someone I could see being my best friend? Is this someone I could see, hanging out with? If they are, then you simply send them a message. No. And you ask them, hi, how are you? I saw that we have some things in common. I'd love to get to know you. I'm going to, shoot you a friend request. And you send them a friend request. Spend time getting to know them. Same thing as if you were doing it with a friend that you've known for a long time. Just treat it like, it's a new connection, but it's someone that you already see that you have things in common with. And then again, those are going to be people that are going to ultimately be, people that are 90 days down the road challenge packs, not tomorrow. So the better you are at focusing on the relationship and not focusing on the sale, the more success you'll have. So another way that I'll do it is Instagram. There's a thing called Instagrass, instagrass.com. It's a way for you pay like $9.99 a month. It searches for hashtags. You can put the hashtags that you want to search into Instagram, and it will go and it will like photos for you and comment on photos for you. And you can put the comments that you want. Obviously, you want to make them kind of generic because, you want people to be, responding to it, and you want to ask questions so you can start conversations with people. Sorry. And so when they go and like and comment on pages for you, they're going to like and comment on things that you've created a hashtag for them to go and like and comment on. So you've already made it that's someone that is like you, someone that you would hang out with. You're creating those hashtags for Instagram to go and like and comment on people's pages that have things in common with you. So when you start to get followers that follow you back because you've been liking and commenting on it, then you check out your new followers and you see, is this someone I can see being one of my best friends? What are they like? You look at their page. If they look like they can be in common with you, you do the 5-3-1 rule. Like 5 of their photos, okay. Comment on 3, and you'll get 1 new follower. So commenting is questions, not, oh, cool photo. It's, hey, where was that taken? Or, oh, you're traveling in France. I was just there. You're getting conversational. And then I direct all those people, once we've had a conversation, to add me on Facebook because they can see more of my stuff there. So, and then you can do that with hashtags. You don't have to do Instagram. You search hashtags, surfing, hiking, whatever, and you go and you find people that are like you. You search those hashtags. You like 5 of their photos, you comment on 3, and then you get 1 new follower. And so if you do that, 5 to 10 people a day, it can take you a couple minutes. Maybe it takes you half an hour to go find those 5 to 10 people that you actually connect with. You like, comment, done. You just had 5 to 10 new contacts that may end up being people that are going to join your challenge group or become a coach on your team the next few months. So you're focusing on the relationship with that person, not the sale. So about 98% of your income is going to come from 2% of the people that you recruit. 98% of your income is going to come from 2% of the people that you recruit. That's why I know anybody can be successful, because if you continue to do it long enough, it's inevitable that you will find the 2% of people that are going to take this all the way. So when I do my 5 new best friends every month, or run my challenge group, I treat every single person like they're my next top producing coach in this business. Like they're my next superstar, rock star, Lindsay Matway coach. Why? Because they're going to have a great experience with me. They're going to get results. And at the end of the day, even if they've never become a coach and if they never refer a single person to me, I know that I've done my job. I've treated them with the utmost respect. I've given them the best experience possible. And ultimately, most likely, they are going to be a referral network. If they get results, they're going to refer people to me, or they're going to want to become a coach themselves. And so I'm going to help create that army of people to go out and change lives. So you believe in your heart of hearts that it's inevitable that if you continue to do this long enough, you'll find those 2%ers?
I do, 100%.
Okay. It's really important that you get that. It's really important that when you do this with your coaches get that it's inevitable that that's going to happen. So when they get to right away, you're probably not going to get a lot of yeses. You might, but you might not. But you got to love the no's, because the no's are ultimately getting you one step closer to a yes. And 99% of people that are ordering challenge, I wouldn't say 99%, I'd say like the majority of people that are actually registering with me this month or today are people that I talked to 30, 60, 90, 6 months to a year ago. 30, 60, 90 days or 6 months to a year. I mean, sometimes even 2 years ago. So when you're getting a no, you're planting a seed, and they'll be watching what you're doing, even if you never like anything of yours. And when they're ready to work on their goals, you'll be the first person that comes to mind, and they'll reach out to you. Okay. You really only need to find 2 amazing coaches to really be successful in this business. And you can just pour your energy into the people that really want to do it. So those are pretty much the ways that I'll find new people. And then I kind of wrote, and then really, so, okay, we went over all of that. That's really important. And I know that in your welcome letter, I told you that we'd go over the business activity tracker in the call. So all I'm going to do is very quickly go over the business activity tracker, which is your daily to-do list. If you in your power hour, if you only have 1 hour every day, you pick up this business activity tracker and you do everything that's on this list, it's inevitable that you'll be successful. Hands down, it's undeniable. This is your daily to-do list. So obviously the Improve the Product Works doesn't count in your power hour. That's separate, because you're using, it's going to take you almost an hour probably to get your workout and all that stuff once you've set it up and worked out and showered and everything. Then drinking your Shakeology. Personal development is not part of that, because the 10 minutes, you can listen to an audio. I highly recommend for people that are busy moms, that have jobs or whatever, anybody that's busy, pretty much everybody, you listen to 10 minutes instead of reading 10 pages. And you can do it when you're in the shower, when you're driving, when you're cleaning. It doesn't have to be something that takes away time from you. Staying connected with your Coach Monthly, weekly coach forecasts, breaking news, national wake-up call, and your team Facebook page. There's a news tab in your Coach Online office. It's going to have the sales. It's going to have any announcements that are going on. You want to check that every day. You want to see what's going on. National wake-up call. That's how I learned to build my business, with the national wake-up calls, because I didn't have a sponsor. I didn't have anybody teaching me anything. I had zero mentorship. And that's where I got my learning from, national wake-up calls. You can get a nugget every single time. I highly recommend that you set aside that time and you give it your undivided attention. You have a notebook, or I take notes on my computer so I can refer back to them. If I ever lose that notebook, I put them on Google Drive. I can always have access to them. And then team Facebook page, check in on Team Aloha. It's really important that you know what's going on with Team Aloha, and especially important that you know the calendar of events that you're going to be running. There's going to be a new challenge group every month. There's going to be a new Coach Basics group every month. You need to mark your calendar so that you know when you should be promoting for those things, for the challenge group and for the, you know, coaching opportunity. And you got to make sure that you get your new coaches into the coach training group, because you're the CEO of the company. So you've got to be the one that's responsible for whatever's happening in your business. So pretend like your upline doesn't even exist. Like you're the only one, you're the CEO, you're the top dog. And then social media, posting 3 times a day, 80-20 rule, 80% value, 20% promos. The promos are much better if they're a story. You know, facts tell, stories sell. New contacts, adding 2 to 5 new people to your list every day. I told you the ways that you could do that. When you're adding those new people to your list, make sure you're keeping track somewhere in an Excel spreadsheet. So if you have an Instagram person you've been, you know, going back and forth with, and her name is Dolly, then you're like Dolly 101, whatever her name is. You put her in the list so you know to keep track. Inviting 2 to 5 new people every day to join your challenge group. So that's, you know, sending out messages to the people that you already know that you might be interested, that are on your list, that you created when you did your 7-day quick start guide. Inviting 2 to 5 new people to learn about the business opportunity. You should have 2 lists: fitness and weight loss, coaching opportunity. You should be reaching out to people every day from both of those lists. Follow-ups. You're going to work your way. Obviously, the follow-up, fortune is in the follow-up. So you're keeping track of your list. If somebody says no to you this month, you keep them on your list. Next month, challenge group rolls around. Hey, I know, how's it going working on your XYZ goals? They told you they needed to lose 30 pounds. Hey, how's it going with losing the 30 pounds? You know, they haven't done anything. They probably haven't done anything. They haven't lost any weight. So then I have a new challenge group starting. Do you want to join this month? I know you weren't ready next month. Following up with phone calls, texts, messages. Phone calls go a long way. If you're struggling with closing, if you're struggling with building relationships, call them. Get them on the phone. It goes a long way. Existing customer check-ins, so posting in your challenge group, sending emails, videos, texts. Like I said, phone calls go a long way. Connecting with your team. Joining the team call, which is every Monday night at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. They are recorded, but I highly recommend you get on the call. There's a different energy when you actually get to engage with your team face-to-face on a call versus just listening to the recording later. Watching your Coach Basics video, they're once a day, they're 3 to 6 minutes long. Taking notes when you're watching those videos, because there's so much information. Those videos are so dense. You're eventually going to have to turn around and teach that information to your coaches. So you want to have it somewhere that's readily available. So there's a file section in Coach Basics that has all the videos and has notes taken on it. You can print that out and you can write your additional notes on that, or you can use a notebook, or you can use a computer, whatever. But give those videos your undivided attention, not playing them while you're, you know, working out, or, you know, with your kids or whatever. And then that's pretty much it. So if you do everything that's on this list every day, it's inevitable that you'll be successful. And it's really just as simple as the 3 vital behaviors. We improve the product works, personal development, and inviting. Okay, so that is pretty much what I do. And now at the end of the call, do you have any questions, first of all, about all the stuff that I shared?
Is that your system every day? Like, what is your system? What do you do in order? Just like the business activity tracker, or?
I actually, my system is more like I wake up and work out, and then I go to my inbox, I post, I check my groups, I go in all my groups, and then I probably check my coach online office, and then usually in the afternoon I have calls, and then I'll do like a blog post or a YouTube video, and then that's pretty much my routine. So my invites are like a part of like checking my inbox and posting and following up and all that stuff. That's kind of all like lumped in together. But I just kind of do all of that in a row. So yeah, that's pretty much my routine.
Because I just get going and, you know, squirrel, you know, then I'm over here, and then I'm over here, and then I didn't get to do, like, I'm actually, while we're going through this, I'm writing out on my calendar what to do tomorrow, because I know I'm not going to get to it today. Like, it's just, I know.
This is my schedule. My best friend right here. See? So here you can see, like, here's my schedule, and like I literally put like 15 minutes, and usually I do things in hour blocks. That's me. So I'm like, I do wake up, PD, post, workout video, workout video post. And then I showered. I write down everything that I do.
You literally will do it. Like if you schedule yourself to do a video, you will do it at like 10 o'clock and you'll do it.
I'll do it.
Yeah.
I've gotten better at, because the thing is I used to be like, oh, I have inbox messages. They better answer them. I've learned that they're not going anywhere. They're not going anywhere. Nothing is going anywhere. They're still going to need help tomorrow. I don't need to answer that message right at that second. I don't need to answer my text messages right at that second. So if that's not part of my schedule and I see that text messages are ringing, I'm like, you know what? That's not part of my schedule. I literally just will shut off the volume of my ringer. And I'll be like, when I get to my text messages and when I get to them. Because if I'm constantly, it's working from the quadrants. If you're constantly just, answering and running all over the place, you're never focusing on one thing. And then you're working for 8 hours, but you're getting nothing accomplished. A big fat waste of time. Since I started doing it like this, like yesterday I worked for 6 hours. I got a lot accomplished in that time. I got a lot done, Today, that's what's helping me free up more time, is like this morning I didn't even do anything. I went to the gym and worked out. Then it literally took me 1 hour and 15 minutes to go through my inbox, to post in all my groups, to respond to all of my messages, to go through my Asana and see who I needed to follow up with. And now I'm on, and then I got on the call. So I did all of that. It took me 1 hour. And that's pretty much how I do it. I just stay focused. I really stay focused. And moving into my office has changed a lot for me. Having a designated, I used to work on my couch, on my table and whatever. And I noticed that I was always working, because the energy was always like, oh, even when I'm watching TV, my phone is ringing and I'm picking it up. And that doesn't create freedom for me. That creates a prison. So I moved my office. I'm in my office, which I already had an office. I just wasn't using it. And I'm like, I actually have to go upstairs to my office and like engage in the things that I need to engage in. And then when it's lunchtime or animal time, I need to go downstairs. I need to get out of this space. This is my energy of work here. And then I get out of this space and I go into a different space. That has shifted a lot for me. I could literally get everything I need to get done in one day. Like if it was just the business activity, I could get all of that done, including my workout on my PD, in 3 hours. Everything. I could get everything I need to get done in 3 hours. Obviously, I do more than that because I create training videos. I do I have more stuff going on because I have a bigger team, but I don't work more than 20 hours a week. I don't allow myself to. I cut myself off at that. And I'm counting these are calls, these are work. These are hour-long calls that I'm doing. So then at the end of that, so since we're kind of still on the mock, presentation of a GSR, finally I would say, okay, I'd like to hold you accountable to a couple of things for next week. I'm going to send you the next letter in the series, and it's just going to talk about your why, and it's going to talk about creating your vision board and, asking you a few questions of your goals. So I'm going to send you that letter. It's going to talk about Success Club, things like that. And then I'd like to schedule a call with you. Does the same time next week work?
Yep.
Okay, so we're going to talk again at 1 o'clock on Thursday. So I'm going to write you down in my calendar. Okay, cool. And what I usually do with people now is I like to hold you accountable to like 3 or 4, even 5 things that you're going to do between now and the next time we talk to keep you accountable. So you can either come up with those things if you want, or I can help you.
Okay, so give me an example.
Okay, so I recommend starting to fill out your business activity tracker.
Okay.
Just fill it out. Don't worry about the numbers. And then email that to me every Thursday. Start getting consistent in your Facebook posting 3 times a day. Create your vision board. And I would say that's pretty much, that's it. Unless you want to add, that's 3 things. If you want to do one more, I'd say reaching out to your hot market. And, all the people in your hot market. So that's 4 things I can hold you accountable to. And if for whatever reason you aren't able to get those things done, then we'll postpone our call, because we won't be able to take you any steps further until you've done those things. Okay? So that's pretty much it.
do this with everybody, even if you feel like, okay, so like Callie, like I felt like she was,
I'm going to stop the recording.
yeah.